So tutorial number 3 is all about stress. So stop stressing. The good, the bad and the ugly of stress. We all have stress in our lives, some more than others, but not many people actually know how to combat it. If you really work at improving your stress levels and controlling them instead of letting them control you, then you'll see a huge improvement in your life. The thing is, if you don't begin to control your stress levels, then they will control you. It will spiral out of control, and you'll eventually burn out and hit a metaphorical brick wall. So today is the day that we begin to improve this. So here's just a few of the things which cause stress, which you'll know some of these precursors to stress, but here's just a list of them. So work or career, relationships, families, recent trauma or trauma from the past, poor health, poor sleep, lack of rest, recovery or relaxation, low nutrition in your diet, or just our personal traits such as little patience or road rage, or we're always rushing, or a lack of preparation. And the last one is no exercise. Cortisol. So you may have heard of the word cortisol before, but what does it mean? People have said, oh, my cortisol levels are high today, but what on earth does it mean? Cortisol is part of the stress hormone group alongside adrenaline. These hormones are released in times of stress. As soon as we experience some stress in our adrenal glands located above the kidneys, we'll release these hormones to combat what's going on, to combat the scenario. If you're constantly causing stress, then you'll burn out these glands, which will create low mood, slow metabolism. When this happens, this is called adrenal fatigue. So the causes of adrenal fatigue are a lack of sleep, poor food choices, using food or drink which are a stimulation, so using them when you're tired, staying up late when you're feeling tired, high stress levels, overtraining and under-recovering. We live in a world where we're trying to go 100 miles an hour all the time, every day. We're always looking to go faster, make shortcuts, get things done quicker, or hit deadlines. But these are things which in the long run make us feel tired and stressed and more fatigued. So when we feel like that, we look for short-term kicks, such as drinks or foods which kind of give us that bit of a buzz. So the different kinds of stress. We have the small acute stress, which can work in our favour. This comes from demands and pressures of the recent past and anticipated demands and pressures of the near future. Acute stress is thrilling and exciting in small doses, but too much is exhausting and will lead to chronic fatigue. Chronic stress. This is the grinding stress that wears people away day after day, year after year. Chronic stress destroys bodies, it destroys minds and lives. It wreaks havoc in the long term. It's the stress of poverty, of dysfunctional families, or being trapped in an unhappy marriage or in a job, career which you just don't enjoy. We also have the stresses that our diet puts on us every day by using foods which are high in sugar, caffeine and multiple chemicals, MSG, high fructose corn syrup, gluten and wheat. So they're just a few of the stresses from food. So when is stress good? Stress is important to us. It is actually what keeps us alive. Without stress, the human race wouldn't be going today. So the benefits of stress. Stress creates growth and makes us stronger. Stress could save our lives in a fatal situation. Stress makes us determined, focused, and gives us positive aggression. Stress during workout will create growth in our mental attitude and in our physique. When we train, we create a stimulus, which is stress, in our body, which in turn makes us stronger and improves on what we have just done. This is called adaptation. So we have species of adaptation. For example, with the constant changing climate, or a new job, new relationship, we're always kind of on the move. We were just born to change and just constantly improve in all that we do. Also, we can use stress in times of emergency, so the fight or flight mode, which you might have heard before, such as if someone was about to attack us, or pulling an object off the ground when we're in danger or someone's in danger. It's been said many times before that people have been able to lift cars because of just the adrenaline that's going through them when something seriously bad's happened. So this is when stress is positive. So when is stress bad or ugly? Stress will literally drive you insane, can lead to all kinds of issues, not just physically but mentally. So when we get stressed, our blood pressure rises, veins dilate, the heart rate increases, stress hormones released, and our focus becomes sharper and release more energy. So this is just purely adrenaline that's going through our bodies right now. Now this is fine if you have to use the energy, like for example to move a bus or to train, but people aren't doing this. People are getting stressed, sat at traffic lights, or raging because your boss has just given you another deadline. These are the day-to-day stresses that people are dealing with. All these things are constantly happening to people all day, every day. And this is when stress becomes really dangerous. Stress has been proven to lead to anxiety, depression, obesity, heart attacks, chronic fatigue, adrenal fatigue, and is reportedly led to fatal or near-death cases. This is when it is vital to get control of your stress levels and not let them control you. So, stress and sleep and how they are linked. So, as I mentioned in the sleep tutorial, stress and sleep go hand in hand. If you're not controlling your stress, then you'll not be able to sleep. If you're not able to sleep, then you'll increase your stress levels. You'll literally get to the point when you can only sleep by using over-the-counter or prescription drugs, which in the long run doesn't solve anything. You'll also get to the point when you're just too tired and worn out to function properly. You have no appetite and no willpower to make real food, which means you aren't getting out of this vicious cycle, as I mentioned in the sleep tutorial. So poor sleep, which increases more stress, which then gives you less or worse sleep, and again increases more stress. So it's just that vicious cycle, and it shows how these two are so linked together. So the important thing is to control your stress levels, or begin to make changes which reduce stress. So hopefully now you know how important it is to control your stress levels and to not let them spiral. Now the aim is to improve them and to make them work for us. The best way you can begin to improve your stress levels will be to simply improve your sleep. That right there will help you to the 3 R's: recovery, rest, and relaxation. When you have the 3 R's in your daily regime, your body and brain will be able to function a lot more efficiently. Exercise and training will reduce stress, as this is a stress relief, which also increases the feel-good endorphins. So when you're actually training, you're kind of using up that stress, which is in a positive manner. And after you have the feel-good endorphins, it just make you feel happier, more satisfied. So stop doing the things that you don't like doing. Sounds really simple, but just don't do them. The things that, unless they are something that you need to do, which improves you in the long run, don't waste your time doing the things that you hate. And take time out for yourself, and spend the time with people that you love, or spend the time doing the things you love. My favourite is what I call a 20-minute holiday. So simply switch off all distractions and focus on deep breathing for 20 minutes. You may fall asleep, so I suggest just set an alarm, but don't set one which makes you feel makes you feel alive when it's about to wake you up. So just set yourself like a soft alarm. But that's one thing that a lot of people struggle with, especially if they live in a high demand life. They find it hard to really switch off, so it does take practice. One thing you need to realise is that you are responsible for everything that goes on in your life. Not your doctor, it's not your trainer, you are responsible for it. You make the choices. So this sounds so simple, but the best way to improve your stress levels is by reducing all the stuff that actually causes stress. I'm not saying go quit your job or break up with your partner, but just look at the things which cause you stress and just work out how you can get around them. You personally are the only one that can reduce your stress. You need to figure out the precursors and find a way around it so that those few things are no longer stressing you. So a good tool for this, which I have learned, is every time you feel like a stressful situation is occurring, just take 10 really deep breaths and just think of something or someone that makes you happy. You are then instantly changing your mindset and turning it into something positive. So you're not just letting the stress hit you and just getting worked up and aggravated over it. You're looking at the stress and working around it and dealing with it. A great analogy is what I call a stress bath. So in our bath, which is our life, if we had like water, such as stress, and then we had a bit more water into the bath, which is more stress, like from relationships, and then we top it up with even more water, which is like a lack of resources, so like a lack of time or money. And the bath just becomes overflowed, and that's when you lose balance. So what we need to do is we need to address these things, such as the relationships, or the work, or the lack of resources, and then we need to start taking bits out or dealing with them in a positive manner, so that this bath is no longer becoming overfilled or flooding over, so that you can deal with little bits at a little time. Don't deal with it all at once. So to summarise, I'm not here to tell you that this will take a few days. It'll take weeks, months, or even years. But the most important thing is to address it now, so you can get benefit in the long run. Literally, like I just said, this could take a long time. You may have been dealing with this stress for 5-10 years. You're not going to change it overnight or in the space of a couple of weeks. It does take time, practice, and a positive attitude. So focus this week and the next couple of weeks on controlling your stress levels. Once again, use the habit development chart, because this will help massively to help manage your stress. But apart from that, good luck and go and chill out.